Ruler School is brought to you by Happy Little Hug Factory and these amazing patrons. Extra special thank you to guest lecturer patrons Brody Harris and Lance Albertson. Thank you for your support. Enjoy the video. Hey there everybody, DMO73 here, bringing you the deck list for the Paladin Gill that was designed by my friend from Forceville, Malaysia, Alan. Super awesome to finally be able to sit down and play with him, and I really like this take on Gill. And I definitely think that it's a really solid starting position for where Gill is going to go post-rotation. So let's kind of talk about it a little. So Gill, obviously on the strength side, Judgment for 3, Energize. You can banish elementals to produce green for spirit magics. You can tap to search for a Gentle Breeze, which is really helpful when you flip. And then you also can put the top, at the end of the turn, you mill the top card of your deck, which fuels your elementals. And then his flip side, he becomes an 11/11 with barrier. I think that's absolutely big and huge post-rotation. You can banish to produce double green because of the Ultra Magic Stone. It produces 2 green for spirit magics. And then you can also put 2 elementals that he has banished back into the deck at instant speed once per turn to search for any spell, specifically enchant that you want from your deck. And it doesn't have to be a spirit magic. I think this gives Gill a ton of versatility, especially with the fact that there is going to be an unbanning of Ruin Stories, so definitely keep that out, as I definitely think Gill is going to be playing that card once we have the rotation. So going into the stones real fast, keep in mind this will be changing once rotation happens. We have 4 Black Silence, 4 Gusting Darkness, because Dark Leaf is kind of the thing we're casting the most. 1 Blasting Waves, 1 Gusting Skies, and 2 Wind Magic Stones, so we have something to grab with Absolute Awareness. So when I was running this list, what I was doing is playing 4 of the Spirit Stone, the Speaker Stone, which is green and produces black for stories. I just wanted something that has barrier, and then 4 Spirit Stones to be able to sack them to draw cards. And then you can also, a very common technique is to play the Ethereal Wind Magic Stone, because you're going to make use of the aura that like removes stuff from the game. Definitely think that comes back into play. And then I personally ran 14 stones, playing at 2 Wind Magic Stones and 2 Darkness Magic Stones to be able to grab with the Absolute Awarenesses. Because green and black are the colors that it wants the most. Then going into the deck, 4 Lorites, which essentially becomes infinite Lorites thanks to the wonders of Gill exiling spirit magics. Very strong card, even post-rotation. 1 Blue Leaf, because he really doesn't do much, and we primarily just use him to reuse Lorites very effectively, because you can discard him to bring a Lorite back to your hand and then immediately recast it, which is very effective. 4 Black Leaf, which is strong on field or in hand because it deals with J-Rulers and also has that minus as the stat line instead of damage, which can help you trade up, especially since your creatures aren't super big. 4 Red Leaf for being able to ping for some damage. 4 Leaf Paladin to help recycle the deck and fill your hand with a lot of stuff. 4 White Leaf because it surprisingly can actually do a lot of damage, but also at the same time is excellent just to pitch and have an elemental to keep cycling and gain that life. 4 Gentle Breeze Elemental because it's spirit magic and it's an elemental and it draws you a card. 1 Spiritual Guidance because this card is essentially free the turn you flip Gill and it's draw 3, gain a bunch of life. I think it's a very easy one of in most Gill decks. 2 Absolute Awareness because it's a spirit magic, so it becomes very, very cheap and it helps you ramp, which is awesome, especially for those basics. 4 Fifth Element because this card is a very, very insane combination with Leaf Paladin for solid damage, especially against J-Rulers. 4 Vanishes for a cancel, and then 2 Fair Spell and 2 Severing Winds. I think you could very easily replace this, like Severing Winds, you could very easily replace with 2 of the 3-drop Aura cancel, and then I definitely think we're probably going to try to find room for at least 3, if not 4, Ruin Stories in this deck as well, because that card I think is going to be very, very effective, especially in being able to potentially recycle your Leaf Paladins and cast them again, without having to worry about recycling them through Gill. That is the list. Again, huge thanks to Alan for shipping it to me and for playing the games. Go give Forceville Malaysia a like on their Facebook page. They make amazing stuff for their communities and they're trying to help us get some of that stuff here in the US. So cheer them on and go make sure you let them know that they're so thankful for the work that they do. But until next time, guys, this is GMO73 signing off.